Let's have a look at this question that we've got in the middle of the screen here. We have 2 plus 2 divided by 2 and times 2 plus 2 inside parentheses. And a lot of students might be saying, hey mister, this is like the easiest question I've ever seen, because we have only 2 all the time. We have 2, 2, 2, 2, and we have basic mathematical operations like addition right here. We have division, we have multiplication, and we have addition inside parentheses. So a lot of students might be saying this is the easiest question they ever seen, and right now you can easily pause the video and write your answer down into the comment section, write your note about this question, and in a few seconds we will check your answer. It will be really interesting. So first of all, we have a lot of mathematical operations. We have addition, division, multiplication, and we have addition inside parentheses. And a lot of students are confused because what we need to perform at first, we need to add at first, or we need to divide at first right here, or multiply right here, or maybe addition inside parentheses. And a lot of students are confused because they don't know what is the correct order to perform this mathematical operation. A lot of students solve this question in a strict order from left to right, and they don't care about order of operation. They say, okay, let's go from left to right. The first of all, we add 2 plus 2 equal to 4, and we still have this expression, so division by 2 and 2 plus 2 inside parentheses. Yeah, the next step they go from left to right once more, and step by step they go to the obviously wrong answer because they need to know about order of operation. Okay, so first of all we need to know that about the thing which is called order of operation. So forget this randomly method. Right now let's learn something which is called order of operation, and when we learn it we can easily say, okay, we need to perform, for example, division first, we need to perform division first, or maybe parentheses, or multiplication, but we'll say that with 100%, and we will say that this is a correct approach. This randomly method, this is really bad mistake, and we need to forget about this randomly method. So right now let's move forward to the next step. Here's our order of operation. Here's our quick example, a quick checklist about this order of operation. In our case, I will use PEMDAS order of operation, but there's no differences, for example, between PEMDAS and BODMAS. It just depends on what country you're living in, because BODMAS mainly used in UK, in India. Yeah, we are talking about this country, but mostly this is absolutely the same thing, because order of operation for brackets, orders, division, multiplication, addition, and subtraction is absolutely the same for both cases. So in my case, I will erase this BODMAS. This is absolutely the same thing as PEMDAS order of operation. Okay, so first of all, what did this PEMDAS stands for? This PEMDAS stands for a correct order of operation, and we are talking about these letters. So we have letter P, E, M, D, A, C. So each of these letters stands for something, and in our case, letter P, which has the highest priority, because we are talking about priority from left to right, and here's on the left side is high priority, and on the right side is the lowest priority. Okay, so letter P stands for parentheses, and letter P also stands for parentheses, not like that, but we are talking about these squiggly brackets. Yeah, and we are talking about these type of brackets, and mostly in PEMDAS people use this type of bracket, but mainly we are talking about grouping symbols, and parentheses, this is our grouping symbol. And right now I hope you understand this first step. So when we have expression with parentheses, we should evaluate the expression inside parentheses at first. Okay, the next step in terms of PEMDAS, this is our exponent, and this is basically the same thing as power. So for example, we have 2 square, so it means that we should evaluate the expression which includes powers. So we are talking about 3 to the 4th, for example, 5 to the power 100. So where we have this type of expression, we should evaluate the expression with these powers at first. Okay, so I hope you understand this step. Let's move forward to the next step. The next step is multiplication and division. So that's for this letter stands for, we are talking about M, multiplication, and D, division. But a lot of students are confused because of this part. When we have multiplication division part, everyone says that multiplication is first. For example, when we have 5 times 2 divided by 5, something like that, they say, okay, multiplication first because we have M before this D, so it means that multiplication is every time before division. But this is a wrong approach, because for example, when we have 5 divided by 2 and times 5, so when we have something like that, a lot of students say that we should multiply 2 times 5. But this is wrong approach, because we are talking about the same priority. So multiplication, division have the same priority, and we should perform this operations from left to right in a strict order from left to right, and we should scan what is the first mathematical operation from left to right. And in our case, in this case, the first mathematical operation from left to right is division. So we should perform division first. In this case, in the previous case, we have multiplication at first. So we should perform multiplication first. So we need to go in strict order from left to right. And doesn't matter how many mathematical operations we will have. Like we will have 2 divided by 2 times 2 divided by 2 times 2, and a lot of mathematical operators right here, so we need to go in a strict order from left to right. And we should scan what is the first sign from left to right. Division first, so we should perform division, we have multiplication second step, division right here third step, fourth step this multiplication, and the fifth step is this multiplication. But this works only when we have multiplication division group. So when we have addition maybe in the middle, this is not works like that. We should go in a strict order from left to right as well, but you need to look at this addition. When you have addition, so we need to look at it in a perspective of this PEMDAS. Okay, so when we have a mixture of multiplication, division, or division multiplication, when we have a mixture of this mathematical operation, you should perform it in a strict order from left to right. Okay, so this is a quick example for multiplication division part. And the last step is addition and subtraction, very basic things. So I hope you understand this. Addition, subtraction, also this is one common group, but you can easily perform subtraction before addition, addition before subtraction. You will have absolutely the same result. So this is a quick explanation about this PEMDAS order of operation, and basically if you use BODMAS for this question, you will have absolutely the same thing, but it just depends on what country you're in. So for example, PEMDAS is mainly used in US, France, Australia, New Zealand, and in India we use BODMAS. But to be honest, this is there is no differences between them. So the order of operation for parentheses, exponent, multiplication, division, group, addition, and subtraction is absolutely the same for both rules. And right now let's look closely at this quick example on the right side, just for better understanding this PEMDAS order of operation. Let's solve this quick example. And whenever you have an expression with a mixture of the addition, division, parentheses, exponent, multiplication, so when we have a complicated expression, when we don't have like a basic addition, 3 plus 2, 2 plus 3, 12 divided by 4, when we have a complicated expression with a mixture of mathematical operations like addition, division, powers, multiplication, every time I suggest you to write this checklist on the right side. So we write this PEMDAS order of operation, and right now we should perform this PEMDAS order of operation from the top to the bottom. Yeah, right here we have from right to left, because we write it from left to right, and right here we write it more vertical, we write it from the top to the bottom. So right now let's perform it from the top to the bottom. And the first step on this side, on left side, and on the right side is parentheses. So firstly we should scan where do we have parentheses in our expression, and we have parentheses right here, we have parentheses in our expression. So right now we should evaluate the expression in our parentheses. This is our first step, to evaluate the expression in our parentheses. So let's do this right now. We have 3, so the same beginning, 3 plus, inside parentheses we have 12 divided by 4 equal to 3, and don't forget about parentheses, don't forget about this 2, and we have times 3. So after first step we have this expression, we have 3 plus 3 squared times 3. So we complete this first step. Right now let's scan what do we have the next step. After parentheses we should find exponents, powers, and let's scan our question, where do we have our powers. Yeah, we have these 2 right here, so this is also really great, because the next step we should evaluate the expression which includes power, and we have our power, we have our exponent. So right now in our second step let's evaluate this expression. So we have 3 plus, and right now we can actually get rid of these parentheses because we have only 3 inside of it, we have only one constant, so we can easily get rid of our parentheses. We have 3 to the power 2 and times 3, and as I told before, exponents before multiplication. So as a result we have 3 plus, and right here we have 9, 3 squared, so 9 times 3. All right, let's go to the next step. The next step is multiplication, and basically we have multiplication right here. So we use this part, we have multiplication, and we need to perform the next step, multiplication. So this looks like a checklist. Here we go from the top to the bottom, so we go step by step. Yeah, we have parentheses, we do this. We have exponent, we evaluate the expression with exponent. Next step, multiplication with expression with multiplication. Here we just go step by step. And as a result, what do we have? We have we have 3 plus 9 times 3 equal to 27. All right, so we complete this multiplication part, and as you can see, the next step we have division, but we don't have division signs. We have it in the beginning, but we complete it in parenthesis part. So right now in this current expression we don't have division sign, so we can easily cancel this, and moreover we can easily cancel this subtraction part because we have only division part. This is our fourth step. We have only addition part. And when we add it, and right now you don't need this order of operation basically because we have 3 plus 27. Everyone knows that this is equal to 30. Okay, so the correct answer is 30. So this is a quick explanation about this PEMDAS order of operation, and this is a quick example just for better understanding this PEMDAS order of operation. So right now, after all of these steps, let's go back to our question in the beginning. So as I told before, in the beginning we have a lot of difficulties about what operation we should perform: addition, division, parentheses, and right now we know everything about it because we learn about order of operation. So let me just erase all of this stuff, and right now first of all let's write our checklist. Let's write it on the right side every time. Write this quick checklist. So we have PEMDAS order of operation, and right now let's scan from the top to the bottom. So in the previous example we solved this question, so right now let's do the same thing in this part. So right now let's scan. Where do we have parentheses? Let's change my pen real quick just for better understanding. So right here we have P. Yeah, let's scan. Where do we have parentheses? Obviously we have parentheses right here. So our first step is to evaluate the expression inside parentheses. Okay, so as a result, what do we have? We have 2 plus 2 divided by 2, and inside parentheses 2 plus 2 equal to 4. And right now we can actually get rid of these parentheses because we have only 4 inside our only 4 in our parentheses. Okay, the next step is exponent, but to be honest we don't have exponents in our question. We have all the time the first part, so we can actually cancel this second part. The next step is multiplication, and to be honest we have multiplication and division group. We have to consider it as a group, as I told before. Multiplication and division, this is one common group, and we should consider it as a second big step because we have a mixture of multiplication and division signs right here. Yeah, we don't interested in this addition. We have division and multiplication part. To be honest, we are not talking about implicit multiplication. We are talking about basic school method, basic school order of operation. We are talking about PEMDAS order of operation. So actually we can actually get rid of these parentheses, which simplifies us a lot, because when we get rid of this parentheses, we have 2 plus 2 divided by 2, and we don't need this parenthesis because we're talking about basic order of operation. We don't talk about implicit multiplication. We're talking about basic order of operation. So we have times 4. And to be honest, right now we have the example that I showed you before. We have division and multiplication part, and as I told before, we should consider it, we should perform it from left to right. Another method: division, multiplication, multiplication, division. We should perform it from left to right. And when we do this, as a result, what do we have? We have 2 plus, right here we have 2 mathematical operations. We have division and we have multiplication. And what I told before, we should perform it from left to right. And whenever mathematical operation comes first from left to right, this is our next step. So right here we have division first, so we should perform this division part. Okay, so when we divide it, 2 divided by 2, as a result we have 1. Okay, so we have 1 times 4. Right, and after this division we still have multiplication, very basic multiplication. So we have 1 times 4 equal to 4. So as a result we have 2 plus 4. Right now we don't need our order of operation because we have only addition, so we can easily cancel this addition, cancel this subtraction. Sorry, we can't cancel this addition because we have it. But to be honest, in our head we can easily forget about this order of operation because we have only addition, which is very easy for us. Yeah, we have 6, we have this addition part, and we don't have subtraction. So in this question we have parentheses, we have multiplication, division part, and addition part. And according to PEMDAS, firstly we should evaluate this expression inside parentheses. Second step, we have multiplication right here. Yeah, we have a multiplication right here. Sorry, we have division. Yeah, we don't have multiplication because we have the next step is division, the next step is multiplication, and the last step is this addition. So firstly parentheses, second step this division, third step multiplication, and the last step is this addition. Okay, but let's look closely at this option. We don't have this 6 right here. We have C, which is not the same. We have option B, which is not the same. But what about this 3 factorial? Our last hope, we have 3 factorial. So right now, let's try to find this 3 factorial. Let's see what will happen when we find this value of 3 factorial. So 3 factorial from school, let's remember that this is our product 1 times 2 times 3, and this is equal to 6. Yeah, 3 factorial, this is the same as 6. So option A is 6, but we can also consider it as 3 factorial. So the correct answer is option A. You can also write a question down into the comment section, write your notes about this question. It will be really interesting to read about it. And thank you for your time. Wish you all the best. See you in the next videos.